Hello everyone, it's Yogi here. Happy Saturday. And yes, this is our SAL day. Aimee Stewart SAL day every Saturday. So welcome to the stream. So this is the piece I'm going to be working on today. Surprise, surprise. This is Sweet Shop from Aimee Stewart. And let me just take a sip of my drinks here. Oh, a little frog in my throat already. I'm determined not to be frogging today. So there you go. I had 3 classes today, so my voice is a little bit, maybe a little bit tired. Hang on a second. All is well. So I had 3 classes, and maybe I was getting a little bit excited. So my volume was a little bit higher than usual. It's Saturday after all. It's boot camp day for my students. So all is well, and I hope you are enjoying your Saturday so far, wherever you are. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Don't think I've forgotten that. So pick one you like, and it's 8 p.m. Saturday. I can't believe it. Today has gone so fast. So here we are. I can't wait for a spot of stitching with you. I hope you're ready to. And I haven't worked on this piece for a few days now. I try to put a few stitches, here and there whenever during the weekdays, but things get out of hand. We had a new start as well, and many other pieces to work with. So if you haven't seen this piece in its entirety, you're in for a treat, and you have seen it before. Oh, I bet you can't wait to see it again. Here we are. Boom. Just looking at this picture makes me happy. I can just, not stitching, just look at this picture just all day long. It will give me, it will keep me in a very good mood. So just to see how much is going on in this piece there. And I don't even want to go into details, because visually I kind of want to show myself from a lot of areas. I want to be surprised when I come to them, all the details, but overall I understand what is going on here, and it's absolutely beautiful. So this is Sweet Shop from Aimee Stewart, and let me just show you where I am right now with this piece, okay? So you probably have noticed, dun dun dun, I have transferred the pattern onto Saga. So this is what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of piece by piece transferring to Saga, and kind of a stress test the app to see at what point I may need to run back to Pattern Keeper. This is how I test it. I want to use it to a point that maybe I go, well, maybe only Pattern Keeper can do it better. So far, I haven't come to that point, and I've been transferring piece by piece onto Saga. So there are some stitches, maybe not most up to date, not identical to my fabric right now, but gradually as I work around different areas, I'll start to update them. So I'd rather do it bit by bit rather than a whole lot. It's a little bit overwhelming. So hopefully I don't need to do this process too many times. I bet it probably will happen at some point. I just go, well, I'm going back to Pattern Keeper. Who knows? But so far, I really enjoy Saga, and I want to continue to use it and to manage my stitching. So far, let's look at the stack here. We want a little bit of a stack here. We'll like it. And upper left, this is where I am. Progress 1.23. Not too shabby, not too shabby. It's a regular size, and it's max color. Oh, no, it's not max color. This is regular. And overall colors 88. So it's actually on the slightly lower side, surprisingly, considering how colorful this piece is. And as usual, I am going to create a sprint here. So this will count my stitches and kind of, you know, some estimation of the time I spent on it. So let's move back. And I'll talk a little bit about how I'm going to proceed with this piece. But of course, before we do that, let's have a look at the chat. Who are with me today? Steve, you're the winner today. First to report to the chat. Oh, gentlemen. Stitcher here, and follow with another gentleman Stitcher we've got. It's Travis. Travis says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. And Lorene as well. Hello, hello. Serena is also here. Welcome. And Gritty, my love, you're here as well. Wonderful. I hope the day has gone a little bit better. I've seen your post on Facebook and our group, and I hope things are getting better soon. Flooding's no fun. And Motis, Stitcher, wow, as it says on the tin, good evening from Malta. Welcome, welcome. And Brandy's here as well. Hello, hello, Laura. Welcome to join us. And Adria. And hello, I've got all the chores finished. Now I can sit down and get ready to stitch. Isn't that the best? The best bit is when you get all the chores done and sit down and stitch like I am now. All the day's work is done. I'm here sitting here to stitch with you. Wonderful. And Brittany's here as well now. It's the weekend, so she can come out to play with us. Welcome. And Leslie's here as well. And Nikki, my partner in crime. And Woo as well. I think it's a she. Evening Stitchy friends. Hello, hello. And Rose. Hello, my love. Welcome. And Sarah VM as well, coming back to us. So happy. And Frankie as well. Welcome. Maddie's Budget Corner. Yes, I remember this name vividly. Welcome back. And Turtle Stitcher, Heather, welcome back. And Sue as well. Hello. Is that a lurker being unlurked? Hello, hello. I love it when that happens. And let's see. Naomi's here as well. Good afternoon. And Grace Houston. Hello, Grace. And Laura, another Laura. Laura Barrett. I butchered that one more time already. 5 minutes into the stream, I'm butchering your name. Easy peasy. Busy Mom as well. She say hello, everyone. And Six has come back to us as well. And Wendy. Oh, welcome, everyone. Of course, Sean 83. How can I forget? Yes, I haven't missed you. I haven't missed you. Welcome, everyone, to join me now. Oh, let me zoom in a little bit. So you can see I've done a little bit of work here. So last session, I don't know whether you remember, it was precisely a week ago. I dive into this area here and, you know, just take my liberty and just stitch whatever colors I want, and I totally enjoy it. And you started to create the outline here and a few more. You know, I try to fill in the tassel bit as well, so kind of dipping in and out of this area so I don't get bored. And also extend this line on the left a little bit as well. And from the session before that, remember this bit, I have extended to the side here with the typewriting, broken typewriting method, and extend this top line to the side there. So I've done really, really well, I think. And today, I'm going to continue my favorite method so far, which is kind of just wandering around and stitch whatever colors I want and gradually fill in the shapes and the outlines, and eventually the picture will reveal itself. Okay, so I am really excited. And by the way, this is 28 counts, my first 28 count project here. So I'm really, really excited. I love working on 28. The fabric is a little bit delicate. Can you see this? Let me zoom in. So this is a warning to you as well. Can you see this spot here? Yes. So I think this was created last time when I put this fabric on a smaller frame, and the frame kind of caught this bit. And as you know, I kind of pull my fabric quite tight, so it distorted the thread a little bit. I think I can fix that as I stitch over it and maybe use a needle to move it back a little bit like that. I don't want to do it now because I'm worried I'm gonna poke a hole. I don't want a hole in my sweet shop here. So just be mindful if you're working on 28 counts. You know, maybe tone down your strength a little bit. I know I'm as strong as Hercules. I can't help it, but I'll do my best. I'll try not to break things in this this Saturday happy SAL together, you know, as much as I can. No breaking hoops, needles, and amongst other things. Okay, so let me, I'm using 26 count needle for 2 threads, 2 over 1. So double thread and cross over in 10 stitches, and it's slightly faster, so I love it. There you go. That's my intro and my summary down there. And guys, let me know what you're working on today, and and what you're drinking. Oh, drinks are so important. I am glad I have a couple of different drinks with me, so to chase my frog away from my throat. So I've got some Diet Coke and the usual freshly brewed coffee, black coffee, and some mint tea as well. So, you know, all my favorite drinks here. Steve is drinking iced tea and plus 3 kind of day. Oh, I don't know what that means. Like 3 iced coffee drinking simultaneously. Well, that's one sport I definitely haven't done before. And I hope you enjoy. I hope you're winning. I hope you're winning. Let's see. And what you're working on as well. I want to know which Aimee Stewart project you're working on. And let me bring on my app view here for you so you can correct me when I make mistake. And, you know, raise the alarm so I can fix it. Good. So I am going to use Saga. This is my favorite method so far, which I did yesterday as well. If you were here, you will know that I'm using the inverted mode here to pick the color I like and where I want to proceed. So I kind of a mixture of this method and the usual. You know, I just pick a symbol and go wherever I want. But this is very, very handy. I can preview where I'm stitching a little bit, not too far away, but I can pick the color I like. And I quite fancy this blue here, to be honest. And my eye immediately go to this area. A slight change from the current palette. So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to select this blue. The only rule I have, let me bring up the large view here. Technically, I'm free to select any color I want, but the color, the stitch, has to be attached to the currently stitched area. So for instance, I wouldn't flow to somewhere over here and start stitching on the candy jars. I would not do that. I would pick the color that's connected to the currently, you know, its stitch area and take it from there. So I want to keep things, you know, relatively orderly. And let me just, so I have imported this chart over just this afternoon, a bit of a hurry. I had classes until, you know, pretty close to 5 o'clock, but so I haven't done all the settings. But what I'm going to do is to dial up and maybe pick a color that I can see. How's that? So yes, now I can see the outline there. It's slightly annoying that I have to redo this setting every time. When I import a new chart, I have to reset it. There isn't a universal setting I can just set as default. So that's unless I haven't discovered it. But I am going to keep it this color. I might readjust again. I'll flip over. And I'm trying to keep it consistent throughout the app as much as I can. So I'm going to use navy blue, really in your face navy blue, as the stitch outline. And I'm doing no parking, okay? No parking with this piece. So this is nice and clear for me. So I'm going to switch back to my working view here. So this is my first victim here. Okay. Oh man, so nice to sit down and do a little bit of stitching here. So I am over here. I'm extending from this red area and it's changed into blue. Magical, magical. Joyce is here. Hello, Joyce. And oh, Travis provided a remedy here for my frog, I'm guessing. He says, add some honey to your tea, Yogi, to help the frog in your throat. Yes. Well, in theory, I'm vegan, so I shouldn't be having honey. But as I mentioned before, when I'm desperate, I would have some Manuka honey, really high strength. So maybe I could do that later on. Thank you for your suggestion. Yes, honey in general is very, very good. If you're not vegan, then no problem. I think honey is very, very beneficial. It never goes off. Do you know that? It never, never goes off. So they find honey in Egyptian tombs, pyramids, and it's still edible. 158. You have to treat it so badly for honey to go off. It's just the nature's wisdom. 158. This beautiful navy blue. Yay. It's a first blue, I think, for this piece. And Joy says, you'll be just fine, Yogi. The fabric isn't damaged, just distorted a bit. Thank God. Yes, I was a little bit, panicky when I saw this. If you haven't seen already, there, where is it? There. Whoa, that is a little bit scary. Because with 25 counts, I have been treating them, quite rough, never had problems. So 28 is just a lot more delicate, particularly the plain ones. The gridded ones, I think, is a little bit more robust. Yes. Oh, this blue looks so pretty. And I think it's to do with the air conditioning in our studios as well. A lot of them having very kind of unstable air conditioning. Either it's full on or it's heating. So sometimes the members might go, well, we want a little bit of cool air. And you give them a little bit of cool air to come out as draft. So it's a little bit tricky there. Just need to be very mindful. If I lose my voice, it's game over, guys. I can't teach. Okay, let me just count properly because this bit looks a little bit dodgy there. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. This one's supposed to be the third stitch. Let me just count. 1, 2, 3. I think I'm good. So I'm gonna turn on the little flag. I'm in love with little flag, which I learned from Joyce. It's a feature that will count stitches for me when you have a row or column of stitches that's over 3 stitches or 4. When it will turn on when it's 4 or more than 4. It's kind of reassuring. Carla Hill is here. I'm going back to the chat, okay? So don't worry if I missed you. Either you give me another wave or I'll try to go back to the chat, travel back in time and to get your comment there. So bear with me. Let's have a look. And Suzanne is here as well. Hello, Suzanne. And Brittany's working on Aimee's museum shelf. It's epic. It's epic. Brittany, you're doing so well. And Gritty, of course, Gritty's here. And Carla is working on Switch Shop since last Saturday. Oh, stitch along with me. Yes, it's so wonderful to know that not only you're working on Aimee Stewart, many of you are working on the same piece as me. There's something about it. It's so magical. And it can only happen. We're actually stitching together real time on the same piece. So now I'm getting a little bit adventurous here. This one's not gridded. I have to grid it myself. So I have to be a little bit more mindful. I think already I'm making a little mistake here. Why is that then? I must have miscounted this one. Oh, guys, not only have a frog in my throat, I think this is a frogging time. Sad music, everyone. Oh, yes. Sad emoji for me. I think I missed a stitch. I miscounted. So I'm warming up, guys. That's why I'm running out of stitches. And but this is quite easy to frog because it's 10 stitches. It's my excuse anyway. 10 stitches, so it's easy peasy to frog. I should have counted when I come to the top row here, but I didn't, did I? Oh, seriously. So I miscounted there. I did start 1 stitch off. And I did count, but you know, sometimes even counting doesn't work when it comes to me. Hello, Adri. Look, I noticed you right away today. You don't have to super chat me. I come to you directly. Adri, if you weren't here yesterday, you know, I was in the midst of, you know, knee deep in the chat, and Adri arrived and I didn't see her. And in order to get my attention, she had to fork out €2 to get my attention. It worked because it came up in a big blue box. I know, and Adri couldn't believe it. I know, I see you with my 2 eyes. Welcome, welcome here. Are you stitching today, my darling? And keep your wallet to yourself, okay? Oh dear. Oh, lucky escape there, everyone. No screaming in caps. Oh, I've done well. I'm doing well today already. Becky Snook, hello, hello. I haven't missed you, don't you worry. And let me pronounce it, Pepping. Hello, first time in the chat. Love your projects. I'm working on Eddie's window. I wonder what it looks like. There's so many wonderful pieces, isn't it? So, oh, I think I'm okay this time. I think I'm correct. 1 below. I'm warming up here, guys. I'm warming up. And let's have a look. Joy says, I'm having second thought about 28 counts. I think I'm going to restart on 25 on this piece. Why is that? 28's perfect for this piece. And tonight I'm going to work on a stitch in time. Yes, it's another epic project from Aimee there. Oh, so you're going to work on 28. What so why don't what you don't like? What don't you like rather? Of 28 counts then, other than it's absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I've got my counts right this time. Yay. Right. 1, 2. Let me go up a little bit. I don't want to miss anybody here. Here we go. Here we go. Thank you, Grace. Grace says, Yogi, this project is coming along beautifully. I know the colors are so vibrant. It's kind of a contrast to the Wednesday new start. You know, the quoting room. Quoting room is nice and peaceful and almost melting away slightly, you know, into the air. Kind of you can breathe it. But this one's in your face. This one's in your face. I love both. I've been working on the other one as well, secretly. Oh, is you're gonna be shocked or not. I'm building up the expectations there. Maybe a very bad idea. Okay, and one down. I'm gonna move down. I think I'm going to end here actually. I don't want to travel too far because there's some few stitches down here. It's not updated on my chart, so I'm playing safe here. I'm gonna just end it over here. There's no surrounding stitches as far as I can see, and do a quick boomerang here. Beautifully done. The first boomerang of the day, and I'm using DMC, by the way, DMC floss 158, and I'm going to put this thread through. A pretty short piece left, but who knows, it might be handy for, you know, like a couple of stitches. My fox is coming out, and the spirit of the new Aimee Stewart piece, Traveling Library. It's got a little fox sleeping on the settee there. Let's have a look. I'm dipping in and out, I'm going forward and backward, traveling through time, doing my best. And Adri's just coming back from work. Yes, time to rest and play with us. And Nikki's working on Swiss Shop, 18K stitches. Oh my goodness. So far, working the last 3 colors in the area. So Nikki and I and a few others, we started at the same time on the stream here together. We made the first stitch together and see what happened there. I've got, let me see how many stitches I've got so far. I'm too scared to look. Hang on, wrong button. I am currently 4,300. And normally I'll say it's not too shabby for me, but look at Nikki's count. 17,000. I don't know how that happened. And I think we stitch on the same fabric count, right? And you're also doing, are you doing full cross or 10 stitches? I'm going to be so mad if you're actually doing full cross and you've got 17K. I'm going to be so mad. Yes, now, next victim, I'm going to follow the same method and see what I've got here. For now, I like to pick the exact color I like to stitch. I might stick around with the blue area a little bit more here. So I'm going to pick the next one. I need to remember to lock my mat, my chart, and pick this one I like and flip back. Voila. Only a few stitches. So this is something happening here with the blue here. So 792, 792. Here we go. 792. And it's safer to show my threads here because I'm known to pick the wrong thread despite I read out the correct number. Okay, so it's teamwork here, teamwork. Joy says, Yogi, I just like stitching on 25 count better. I'm only about 3,000 stitches in, only 3,000, okay? And so better change it and enjoy working on it. I'm totally with you. If you're happier on 25, do so. It's very early stage of the project. You know, you're going to be stitching the piece for years to come. So yes, pick the one you like. And I think Nikki almost did the same thing. Also did the same thing with her Kim SAL piece as well. If you don't enjoy the stitching experience, yes, change it. Change it. Don't settle for less. Michelle Fuller, hello, hello. Welcome. And oh, Gritty, that's good to hear. Gritty says, I should have written in Dutch. Joyce, yes, the kitchen now, super clean now from all the water. Oh, flooding is no fun. I had it once in my kitchen. That was no joke. In the middle of the night, the kitchen pipe just decided to burst. And I didn't know where the main switch was. So I couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything. And luckily, I've got a really good plumber. Oh, my screen just froze there. Let me have a look, see how I can fix it. It has happened a few times. So, oh, it's unfrozen. Good, good, good. That's very scary. I don't want Ab to protest and fall asleep. That's not good. Yes, I had the pipe bursted in the middle of the night. My trusty plumber came at 3 a.m. I ask you, I had to tip him heavily because that was just amazing what he did. So yeah, I'm so glad it's sorted. It's sorted. Now you can relax. And Betty Lou Taylor is here as well. Hello, hello. You know what Betty did yesterday for us? We were looking at Aimee Stewart's piece, and me and Nikki were saying that we will do the project. We'll start a new SAL if we have the max color. And guess what Betty did? Betty went and requested the pattern. That's how it works with Heaven and Earth. You have to request it for the format that doesn't exist just yet. So maybe soon we will have the max color. And we have a new SAL. Yay! I've been thinking about that piece though. It's so beautiful. And if you don't know, I'll show you the piece in a bit. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There, let me just show you what it looks like. Brace yourself, okay? Guys, let me look at this one here. Yes. Are you ready? The new chart from Aimee Stewart. Oh, this is a great occasion to show, isn't it? It's Aimee Stewart Day. There. Yes. Round of applause for Aimee and Heaven and Earth and the little fox. Oh, I just knocked my camera there. Too excited. Yes, that's a new piece. So when we get, I know some of the people in the chat, they already started. Okay, they can't wait. They're working on the regular chart, which will be absolutely beautiful still. But in my mind, I just see this piece as a max color piece for me. So when we get the chart, I'll let you know. If you want to join us, you will have the opportunity to do so. But until then, we're stitching this one. Oh, what are they doing to us? They're keeping us busy, aren't they? Just when you think, oh yeah, I just settle in with this piece for a little bit, lo and behold, no rest. No rest for us. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. And I think there's another one from Cairo Marchetti as well. I saw it on our Facebook. I rely on you guys to give me the latest and the best information there, and you've done so well. I'm a little bit scared because there's just so much going on there. And that one as well. Beautiful. And I think I'm going to end at this stitch here. No, Ebony. There's a pattern, Ebony Festival, welcome to the chat. And there's a pattern emergent with Ebony. She has this deep fear of anything with 4 legs. So if you have 4 legs, run away from Ebony. She doesn't want to know you. Luckily, I only have 2 legs, so she likes me, okay? That's good to know. 792. She says she will be cutting off the fox as well. Would you believe? Oh, she famously cut off the little cat, little tuxedo cat that looks like my dolly off quoting room. Okay, if you don't know what we're talking about, once again, I'm going to show you exactly what we're talking about. Just so if you're new to the chat, you can catch up. Okay, so let me show you the Wednesday SAL. The new SAL just happened on Wednesday, this past Wednesday. And look at the bottom right, there's this beautiful little kitty there. And you know what Albany did? She cut the entire piece off from the kitty downwards. So her piece only happens from the kitty's little ears upwards, plus no frame, no border, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, have you seen such brutality on a piece of design? I don't know what to say, Ebony. I'm just shocked that you're still allowed to be in the chat, Oh, you can stay, you can stay. Ebony's lovely. Everybody likes her, so we'll let her stay. We'll let her stay. And there's, oh, Rose, have I said hello to you? Of course, Rose is here. Hello, hello. And Brittany says, the fox is so cute. Can't wait to start a max color version. There you go. There's some normal people here. Thank God. Cutting the fox off, I ask you. And yes, Suzanne, I know. Some people actually got the piece because of the fox, because it's so cute and so unusual. Normally there would be a cat or some sort of, I don't know what else, dogs. And Carla says, Carla Hill says, I'm definitely will be willing to start a new one when you do yogi. Hopefully won't be long. So get your fabric ready, maybe. Ooh, I think it's the same size as regular, right? I don't know. Just to be on the safe side, maybe wait till the chart is dropped. But it will be a regular size, max color. And get your floss ready, all of them. There will be double the number with max color, so we're ready for the challenge. And Nikki says, I got All Seasons Flower Shop by Last Stewart too. Oh, is that one? So that's from is it Last Stewart the artist, or is it Aimee Stewart? Why did I think that was Aimee Stewart? It's been talked about quite a lot, that piece. It's a really pretty piece as well. And Grace, yes, she says, yes, I'll be starting a new one next month too. Oh, everybody's ready. I love it. I love it. It's none of the nonsense of saying, yeah, I'm monogamous. I only stitch one at a time. Nonsense. Join us. It's more fun. When you have magic drawer just like Joyce, that each drawer can hold up to, I'm guessing, 10, maybe 15. She's keeping a secret. So even with 2 drawers, she can have many, many webs, okay? That's how we roll here. That's how we roll here on Yogi Livestream. Here we go. I'm enjoying this blue, but I want to move on to maybe slightly different color, so I'm never bored. I'm always happy, always happy. Oh, this one looks so pretty. Let's give it a go. This one. Yes, it's got a whole bunch of stitches as well. I'm going rogue, okay, guys? I'm going rogue. 3705. 3705. 3705. Oh, this pretty orangey, pinky color. 3705. Beautiful. Maddie. Hello, hello. Albany says, no cute animals is safe around me. Oh, at least you're giving out the warnings. So if you have 4 legs, you know, anyone in the chat, if you have 4 legs, just don't come near Albany. You won't survive. You won't survive the experience. No animals are safe with Albany. Let me pick this one. I like this one better. Nikki says, I'm going to work on my CXC master set cards like yogis. Too many start to keep up. Yes, just get a master set. Life will be easier. And you know what I'm doing? I just ordered another one of those wool ironing boards. Let me show you here. I got quite a large one because I noticed that if you have seen my needle boards, where's my new board here? I can't find it. Where did I put it? Anyway, it's one of these. Oh yeah, I found it. It just arrived today. So I just ordered another one of these. If you have seen my needle board with the ironing board, right? I have ordered another one of these like this. So it actually comes with an ironing pad because it is the ironing board. And this is quite a large one. And the reason I've ordered this is because, let's have a look. Because I'm going to create another board to accommodate my CXC 1/1 because currently my master set for CXC, all the part needles with are having two strands, and so it gets a bit confusing, and I would like to part the single strands as well. So I'm just creating a new needle board for the single strand so I can separate them. Just make life easier because quilt room is going to be, you know, quite a epic project, and I want to set up my floors, my system a little bit more organized. So just make life easier, make the stitching even more fun if that's possible. Let me find my spot here. There. I think this is my start. This one has quite a few stitches down here. And I'm going to mark as I go. Such a pretty color. Oh, Travis, you've got 3705 in your piece. Very nice. There you go. We might play spooky bingo at some point. 6 says, hey, this is new for me. Regular format, large format, mini, max colors. Can you explain or show the difference? Okay, so, well, there isn't a fixed size as such, but they're similar in stitch counts. So regular size, I don't know the exact number. This one, for instance, is a regular. So maybe a good example here. Let me show you the stats here. It is a little bit confusing because it is a heaven and earth specific thing. So it's not sort of common knowledge if you don't stitch heaven and earth. Okay, so here, if you look to the left here, the overall stitches is 352A33. So that's the horizontal stitch number versus the vertical. And I think all the regular sizes kind of similar. There's some variations there, and maybe orientation could be portrait, could be landscape, but roughly the same stitch count. And also at the bottom it says 88. That's the number of colors. So regular colors normally around 90. So this is actually slightly on the lower side. Some of them probably 89 to 92, 93, something like that. So that's the regular. And maybe other people can advise on the max. The max could be 230, something like that. You know, it's it varies. So it's larger. So that's within the regular sizes. You can have max color, more colors, or less colors. That's it. But the physical sizes, you can have mini, which is a smaller version comparing to regular. And then you have super size, which is larger than the regular. So if you use the regular size as the benchmark, and you can go up or down. And I don't think you can, I don't think there's max color mini. I don't think they do that. So, but you can have max colors, super size. So it should give you some idea. I'm sure others can probably explain even better. Oh, pages might be interesting, but the stitch counts within a page is slightly, arbitrary. Depends on the chart maker, isn't it? So there isn't sort of a standard page size. I think Heaven and Earth's page size seems to be bigger than Gecko Rouge, for instance. So, but it gives you some idea. I know these stitch counts are so big, they almost lose feeling, sort of meanings to me. Because for me, anything beyond 1,000, it just doesn't have any meaning anymore. So, all I know is they're big, and that's it. They're really big. So it really depends on, the design that you're going for. You might make judgment calls in terms of which version you go for. Oh, Nikki, when you're saying 32 counts, is that the count that you're doing this piece on? So you're not doing on 28, you're doing on 32. Okay, the same as the kitchen. Your kitchen piece is beautiful, Nikki. Why is it so pretty? 32 counts, lovely. And your stitching is so neat as well. Yes, the kitchen piece. And she, Nikki's gone so far with that piece as well. It's absolutely shocking. I love this color. Ooh. Joyce is saying the regular number. The mini is about, well, is it always the same though? I've seen mini that's got less stitches or more. I don't know. Yes, but roughly ballpark. But these numbers just lose meanings for me, like 700K, 800K is like, oh, whatever, like a lot. That's roughly works for my brain. Just a lot of them. Right, beautiful. And now I am going to flip my design back one more time and pick my next victim. I love this way of working. Let's see. I'm gonna do a, oh, 310 has arrived so early. But have you noticed something, guys? All of you using Saga, have you noticed something? Let me show you. You know the light bulb feature is my my favorite feature right now. Let me draw your attention to my toolbar on the left here. So currently I'm in the bucket mode, meaning I can mark stitches. And my chart is logged, okay? And watch what happens when I tap the light bulb and invert my pattern, okay, to look at on stitch area. Have you noticed on the toolbar? It just automatically flipped to eraser, to unmark tool. It took me a while to figure it out. Maybe already figured that out, but I was scratching my head every time I flipped my chart over. It just flipped from marking to unmarking. And I said, well, I never touched the toolbar. Why is it doing that? And it turned out it's just doing it but on its own. And it kind of makes sense. But if you don't know what's happening, it's kind of unsettling because you go, well, I haven't touched the toolbar. I haven't changed the setting. Why is it going from marking to unmarking? But it's following the inversion here. Oh, there's so many things to discover. I feel like I'm just finding things out as I move forward. And let me know if you have already noticed that. I didn't until now, until maybe yesterday. I was like, whoa, that's either clever or freaky. I don't know which one yet. 310. We all know 310. Here we go. This is 310 for you. Black. Let me have a sip of my tea before the frog come visit me. Prevention is better than cure. Joy says, I guess that's why you like Saga. It counts for you if there's more than 3 stitches. I just know that you can handle up to 3. Well, I can handle up to 3, but Nikki might not be able to. She starts to fall over and gets, sweaty when there's more than 3. So I think she definitely needs help from this app. Oh, Brittany says, I don't love 310. I use Anchor Black. Right. So do you use a lot of Anchor floss? And how does the conversion work? Do you just convert them, or you just have some random Anchor floss in your drawers, which I do as well. Almost never use now. Let me see what's happening here. It's here. There's one there. And there's another one here. So that one's done. So there's part of the chart here I have to update and mark as I go along because it's not matching exactly of my fabric due to the import. I had to mark everything from scratch. It's nice to have 310 because when you have the dark color like this, you know it's going to create a lot of definition of something, which is lovely, really dramatic. 1, 2, 3. Maybe one more. Where's one extra? Brittany says, the black is the only anchor I use. The coverage is great. You can see it in my newest post in the group. Wonderful. Yes. I used to have I still do have a nice stash of anchor floss there. 1, 2. 1, 2. And 3 here. Two to the side. Let me see if, oh, there are 2 more. Why not? Let me travel down here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. But this is as far as I'll go at this point. Boomerang, yeah. Here we go. And 6 says, if you want more detail, do you need to go supersize max colors? Is this correct for very detail heavy design, I guess? Not necessarily. I mean, regular is sufficient because I think they probably design most pieces. The starting point is the regular size. So they do make sure it looks superb for regular sizes. But obviously, you know, the regular sizes will have the variations of the color choices. You know, you have 90 colors versus 230 colors. So you have a bit more details. So it's up to personal choices. You know, to be honest, I have regular pieces as well, like this one as well. It's perfectly beautiful. But I think max colors it's kind of a challenge in a stitcher's mind. You know, it's kind of the path you walk with heaven and earth. You say, I accept the challenge. But obviously, some design, some patterns would be sort of kind of benefited by more colors for sure. But it's probably something that you judge design by design. It's not a sort of, you know, sweeping thing there. As when it comes to supersize, I haven't got a single piece of supersize, so I can't say. I think just bear in mind the supersize uses the same number of colors as regular. Am I correct? So if you go for supersize regular, you have about 90 colors, and if you go for supersize max colors, you have 230, just like the regular, but it's just bigger and it's charted accordingly. So it's just bigger. I don't believe that you necessarily, you know, get more details than regular. I think regulars will come out beautiful. Let me pick the next victim here with my chart. And so I've got it flipped over. I think I might go over and take care of some of the yellow area there. Why not? For a change. For a change. So let me pick this one here. This one's got a lot of stitches, not that one. There. Quite a few stitches there. So I want to make sure it's all updated here. So it's right here. So six, seven, seven. 677. Let me see. Let me pick a new thread here. It's a light yellow. Susan Chamberlain. Hello, hello. She says, max colors, I don't accept the challenge. I'm not particularly drawn to supersize for some reason. I think regular sizes are huge in my book. They're already large. So I'm more interested in details, as in, you know, how it comes out and captures all the details there rather than being bigger. But it's fun. And Brittany says, Susan, I was scared of max color for a long time, and now that I've tried it, I love it. Yes, I think you just need to find a way to work with it. And it's a good challenge because you have to change your strategy a little bit to make it work so you don't get frustrated. And, you know, so it's part of the process. Hey, Saga. Hello, hello. Welcome. And Andrea is here as well. She says, I tend to get supersized max color. Oh, there you go. There's a supersizer here. So maybe Andrea will be able to tell you why she's so drawn to supersize. So every stitch is different, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. And it really depends on the fabric count you go for. If you if you go up, you know, I don't know, maybe 18 counts. I'm not even sure you can get fabric that fits. I don't know, maybe you can. But imagine if you do it super size, max colors in 14 counts. Oh, now the fun begins. I don't know why this one is gone down the wrong side. Let me just keep stitching the same thread there. Just stitch over it. I'm not going to fix it. No one will know. You didn't see it. I didn't do it. Oh, I see what's happening here. I come up from the wrong corner. That's why. Hey, Carla Rebello is here. Hello, hello. And Jackie is here as well. And Jackie asks, can you get a mini max color? Not that I'm aware of. Maybe others can share some light. I've never seen a max color mini. But I think by reducing the size but maintain the same color count, you know, minis around the same number of colors as regular as well. In a way, it's kind of max color. You know what I mean? The size is much smaller. We're talking about 9 pages. And but with the same color changes. So I like to think by doing mini, you are kind of doing, oh, where have I gone? I've got excited and just kept going. There are only 3 stitches on this row. Little frog time. It's not real frog, okay? It's a gentle visit by little angel. It looks a little bit like a frog, but not really. It's not a real frog, okay? I am just pulling these back. I could have just let them because the whole area is a shade of yellow anyway. So, but I am just being a good girl tonight. I just like to follow the rules, you know, try not to cover it up too much, maybe later. I think there's still 1 stitch extra there. But no one, you won't be able to tell. 1, 2, 3, skip 1, 1, and below. All will be okay. Travis says, would you consider my Pokemon project a supersized piece? Well, I think whether it's supersized or not is relative to something that is considered regular. So if there is a smaller version of your piece, then yeah, it's supersized. Hey Maria, hello, hello, and Soja, I should know by now. I pronounce it differently every time. Oh, Soja says, Jackie, yes, you can get a mini max color. Really? I've never seen one. I never seen that choice out there. So there you go. You could. I suspect if you request it, I think that's how they work. If you request it, they will make one for you. I think. I'm guessing. mess it up a little bit here, but it's okay, no one can tell. It's all yellow. I'm trying to see, oh, hang on a second, how many rows? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm okay here. I probably counted the rows incorrectly, as usual. There. One more. Yes, Brittany, tell Travis that's a super size. Yeah, guys like to hear that. They like really big things. Tadpole, yes. Joyce comes to rescue. Yes, it's a baby frog. A tadpole. Yes, a cute little one. No one minds that. Let me just have a look at this. I need to mark these ones as well. It's very confusing for me because I've got ones that I haven't marked. So that's why it gets a little bit hairy here. Why don't I do this? Why don't I just do it? Just do it. These ones. That doesn't look correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. These ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. These ones over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a bit better. These pink ones are done already. And 1. Hey, Vadui is here as well. Hello, hello. Welcome. Happy Stitching Saturday. And Mr. Ripper, yes, exactly. Serena says there's a mini max color. I'm doing mini tiger glass max color. There you go. There's your answer there. And let me switch back to this piece, this color here. 2. It's a bit tricky right now because I've just imported the pattern over here. The stitches are not all matching exactly, so I need to be mindful just to know where I'm going with this. And from here too. And Marling Wu as well. Hello, hello. is it possible to do the boomerang method on 22 count Ada? Of course you can. It works on, you can use the same method on any count, I think. It should work really well. I do it, you can do it on 18 counts. The only reason I don't do boomerang on full cross because I have other options, you know, my own favorite, just tuck the thread under the full cross. But I use boomerang like now when I end stitches, because 10 stitches are very hard to end cleanly. So boomerang is a godsend. 1, 2, 3, 4. When it comes to 10 stitches. Trying to stitch until I run out of my thread here, maybe. Kelly. Kelly's saying the right thing. Yes, Travis, this is the biggest supersize we've ever seen. Round of applause for Travis. For Travis, he's got one big project going there. Yes, don't you worry, Travis. It's big. Steve. Yes, when we talk about superside things, Steve appears. Steve says, yes, telling a guy has a little anything is like telling a woman she has. I'm not going to read it. Oh dear, oh dear. You can look at the chat yourself, guys. Wow, 6 says, Mini Tiger Glass Max Color contains 240 colors. Yes, that's a lot of colors. Yes, normally it's around 230, you know, something like that. Oh dear, the chat has gone rogue. Six says confetti and my patience are not very compatible for now, but you know that's the part of being a heaven and earth stitcher or full coverage stitcher as well. Eventually, you're gonna come around and go, well, I accept the challenge. I'm going to overcome this, and I will be victorious. Four. And I'm going to end my thread here. Travis is happy. Gray says, can you show your needle board again? Not the one, not a new one, the one you're currently using. Yes, of course. Hang on a sec. Let me go come and grab it for you. So I've got 2 sizes, okay? As we're talking about sizes, I'm going to show you a little one first, and then I'll show you the big one, okay? How's that? How's a deal? Okay, it's officially getting out of control here. So let me move my thing over there. for a bit. Let me show you the smaller one first, okay? Let's start from there. So the same, it works exactly the same way. So this is my needle board, okay? It looks scary, but there's order in the chaos, in the manners. So basically, this is for Gecko Rouge project. So it's basically from number 1 to 149. It does not mean anything because this is the number system for having for Gecko Rouge. So this board is just for Gecko Rouge project, and I number them. All I'm doing is take the remaining thread attached to the needles and just stab it in. This is the foam wool ironing board. It's quite popular. It's quite very lightweight, and I just use it for this purpose. It's very easy to stab to insert the needles in, and I just follow the numbers. And these strips are from the is it, you know, the Paco thread thingy organizers. I've got tons of them, so I've got tons of these ones already printed. But you can just, you know, stick a cardboard in a strip and just stick. I use fabric glue, and it stays, you know, very, very secure. These, you know, have been I've been using for about 2 years. They don't come off. The papers are firmly glued, and you just, you know, insert the needles according to the numbers, and that's it. Very easy. And now here comes the big one, okay? Joyce, are you ready? Travis, are you ready? Now I'm going to show you the big one here. Dun dun dun. Okay, it's so big that I have to slide across the view here. And so this is the entire set of DMC colors from 1 to the end, and not all of them have a needle attached, obviously, only the ones that I'm using for my projects. So, but I have I have spaces for all colors, and I just manually write down these colors. And again, this one I've been using for same amount of time, over 2 years, and it's been working really well. So when I'm working on DMC projects as 1/1, I'll just start this one on the side, on the desktop easel. It's a smaller one. I can't grab it right now, but I just pop it against the easel on the side there, and I just take it out and put it back in. Make sense? Okay, so this is Yogi system. You can have it. No charge here, no copyright. Just take it, okay, if it works for you. So there you go. Travis is impressed. So that's all good. That's all good. Yes, you can get those ironing boards very cheaply, and they come in different sizes, so you can, you know, pick and choose whatever size that works for you. I think the large one is 18 by 12, and the smaller one is 10 by 10, but you can pick any size really, as long as you can fit those numbers you need on the board. Yes, Grace, you're welcome. Yes, it's so easy to make. Just the ironing board already there, and some strips of cardboard. Yeah, just stick them on. Done. And it's worked quite well. It just makes, you know, particularly if you do max colors, you have to switch colors quite a lot. It's very, very handy, and you save a lot of your floss without throwing them away. You know, I save like tiny little bits just for single stitch and stuff. I make sure everything's used up. I don't like to waste my floss because they're destined to be stitched. I want them to be on the fabric rather than being in the bin, you know. Oh, so sad. Yes, now, happier topic here. I'm going to switch to another color. Take another sip. I'm gonna have a little bit of Diet Coke. Oh, very refreshing there. Very refreshing there. Oh, Gretty, yes, get busy. Yes, when you get your flaws and the way you're working ready, it feels so good because you know you're sorted. You don't have to struggle to try to part this and take another thread and leave another piece on whatever. It's just easy peasy and it makes sense. You can modify it to make it work for you. So, but the concept I think is working quite well. It's so easy to make as well. Right. Let's see. Let's create some border here, shall we? It looks quite like working on a bit of purple here. Let's see what's going on here. Yes, we can. So 550, deep purple. I remember this one. This may be one of the first colors I started with, you know, around this drape here. 550. Steve is here to educate us. It's quite tremendous. Move it over here. I'm going to work on this area a little bit. It looks inviting. It's quite weird. Like yesterday when I was working on full cross. Oh no, yesterday I was working on 10 stitches as well. The day before, you know, the quoting room. And I was thinking, oh, I'm really in love with full cross all over again. Not that I was out of love, but I was, you know, the whole reason I wanted to try 10 stitches was because I was trying to, you know, find some sort of a reset from 1/1 25 counts because I was doing a lot of it. And now I'm doing the quoting room in full cross, but on 28 fabric. I love working on 28 now, and I'm kind of falling in love with full cross all over again, 1/1. It's quite interesting, and that's the beauty of switching around because you really find kind of new perspective, and it kind of reset. You know, if you're building up a little bit of fatigue or just getting too used to certain things, and you can just, oh, let me count here carefully. Let me just switch off 4 for now. I got to remember it's 4 here, and I'm going to mark some of the stitches here because they're there. I think these ones are done. Trying to update them on the fly here. 2 here, 3, maybe not that one. Where am I exactly? 4. Here. There. Two more. You see 1? Why does it look like that? Hmm. I think that's what it is. Nikki says, yes, I love both 10 and 32 and 25 for cross. Go back and forth is my sweet spot. No more 2 strands for me on full coverage. Oh, really? Oh, because the stitch count that you're doing. I can do 2 threads on other projects. But what about 25? So 25, you do full cross. You never do 10 for 25. Why is that? 32, I understand. 32, if you do full cross, it might be 2 4. But 25, you can also work 10 stitches though. I do. 1 2 3 2 3 4. Okay, 4. 2 underneath, that's correct. One, two, three, 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3. Okay. It gets a bit tricky with 10 stitches for me when I need to travel a little bit further. The stitch is just harder to read for me. I'm getting better, but oh, really? So Nikki says, 1 strand for me. I did my library on 25 with 2 strands. So you would do 2/1, right? For 2/1 is in 10 for 25. Or 1/1, full cross, no 10. Whichever. It's all good, all good. Carla Hill says, hey, I successfully converted my chart and can now use Saga. Yay! Fantastic. So when I get the next pattern ready, I'll be using it. So excited. And make sure you watch the walkthrough I did last Saturday as well. It's on the archive. Hopefully it would get you started. Yes, it's fun. It's absolutely fun. No doubt about it. You know, I've been using it for 2 months, but until last week, I was thinking this way of stitching would not work for Saga because I have been using the highlight box, you know, the user defined box to do everything, which was fun. But I miss kind of just, you know, freestyling like this. And I was convinced you wouldn't be able to do it with Saga. And I was incorrect. And I'm glad I found out how to. do it differently. The world opens. I think the thing about Saga is that it's not that obvious, you know, at least from comparing to other apps. Maybe it requires a little bit more digging. But once you know, you know. I know. Oh, Nikki says, I love how one strand on 25 full cross looks. You know, I was getting a little bit fatigued with that. That's why I wanted to explore 10 stitches. So because I did so many projects just on 25 counts 1/1. So I was a little bit, you know, tired of it, dare I say. But now I have this newfound love for full cross again on small accounts. I just love the way it stitches. Now, let me end this thread here. Oh, Jackie, thank you. Everybody's doing the traveling library. Oh, it's going to be such a big, big project for everyone. It's going to be, you know, just like the other piece from Aimee Stewart that everybody was doing at one point. These, what is it called? Once Upon Fairy Tale or something. It just seems like everybody was doing that. And I think the traveling library is going to be the next big thing. Well, for Aimee Stewart. Because it's just so beautiful. Yes, Nikki, variety is the key to happiness, I think. And Andrea says, I'm doing 2/1 on 25 counts. So 10, is that correct? Lovely spirit. Everybody's ready for new projects. Yeah, why not? So exciting. So from here, I think I'm going to do a little bit more of this color. I'm going to take another thread, 550. I love this color. Oh, Andrea says 2/1, 25 counts, full cross on 25 counts. 2 strand, full cross. Does it not get very tight? I'm doing full cross 2/1 on 22 counts and it's very tight. You know, it requires a little bit of a sort of strategy to get it to work properly without jamming the needles. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. It's words counting, words counting. Skip 1, 1, 2. Andrea says it gets a bit bulky, but thimble works good. Wow, you gotta have patience if you need to have a, you know, protection for the fingers just to stitch something so intense. Sarah VM says, I just got the chart for traveling library. Hey, it will be a little bit before I can kit it up since I just kitted up another project. Why not? Oh, it's definitely worth it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Here. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got that one wrong. You didn't see this, okay? In fact, this one is not correct either. I think the choices for, you know, the number of strands on whatever fabric count is very much to do with kind of personal preference, because some people might not like to have to work the needles in the fabric constantly, and some people enjoy it. And maybe it depends on the pieces as well, depends on the design, you know, the kind of effect you want. There's no right or wrong. Ooh, nice area of purple. Oh, Wendy is doing 2/1 full cross on 25 counts as well. I don't think I've ever tried 2/1 on 25 counts, because even you know, I'm doing on 22 is pretty full. Even though I'm using CXC, which, you know, is even fuller. But even with DMC, I can imagine that, you know, maybe it could get a little bit crowded. There. Andrea says, I think on 25 count I was pulling too hard and kept getting fabric showing through. I see. Right, right. Yeah, some people do say that they can see the fabric with 25 counts. For my way of stitching, I can sometimes see a little bit, but I always think that it's because the fabric is being stretched on the hoop, right? So once it's released from that tension, it's gonna just come together. You won't be able to see the fabric. But I think, yeah, some people do complain, particularly if you work with really dark colors, with dark pieces. I actually have seen a video of this lady. I can't remember who or which channel now, a long time ago, a few years ago. And let me take a sip of my tea. She was working on something, I think, with a person's hair, dark hair flowing through. And she used white fabric, obviously. And she was complaining about, I can't remember, she was complaining about the pattern, or I think she was complaining about heaven and earth. It was heaven and earth chart. And she was complaining the fact that for some reason, the way they charted, it kind of doesn't make sense. She was unhappy about the way it was charted because the hair, the dark hair, you could see the fabric from underneath. But I'm just thinking, well, that should be the way you stitch. The tension, perhaps some people have the habit of pulling stitches quite tight. But what she did, she decided to actually use a marker, I ask you, magic marker, the dark one, and just start painting the fabric to black before she stitched the hair in order to avoid the white background showing through. And I thought, oh my God, that's a bit extreme. That's a bit drastic. So for some people, it's really important not to see the fabric. Suzanne says, don't forget, cotton shrinks 10 to 15% when washed. Yes, that's what I thought. I don't know how many percentage, but I would presume most people probably wash their project before they're being framed. Maybe, I don't know. Never finished the piece, so I can't say. But I'm sure when the fabric is free from the frame or the hoops, it will feel different. I'm trying to see where I am right now. That is not a correct location. There. 1, 2. So 1, 2, 1. Kelly M says, I find if you use a laying tool, it helps to separate two strands for better coverage. Well, but would you do that for, I don't know. Yeah, I've seen people doing that. They use a you know, needle, thicker needle or something to do that. But imagine doing that for every single stitch, just for the coverage. You might as well just use CXC. It's got better coverage. I think it's probably just too much work, even though it probably come out quite neat. I can imagine it's probably more beneficial if you're working on something like 14 counts, you know, really big stitches. But for 20, you know, for 25, if you're doing 2/1, that's a lot of work. Could end my thread here. It's a tiny bit left. Let me see, maybe change the flavor slightly. I'm going to change the color as well. I could have kept going. There are a lot of falls here. But I'm going to move around, maybe work on this little red area here. Miaolin says, would you guys suggest doing 10 stitches, 2/1 on 20 counts? I don't know if I'm ready to try out even weave just yet. I think 2/1, I have tried on 20. It comes out slightly on the thin side for me anyway. So maybe other people in the chat or people who are watching might have different views, and please share. I remember I tried it on 20 counts, but I didn't finish the project. I decided it was too thin for my liking, so I decided to do, I think, 20 full cross. It's weird, isn't it? Because full cross seems to be okay, but somehow, but 20 I'll probably do 2/1 full cross rather than 10. Depends. Oh, Suzanne does 2/1 10 on 20. So Suzanne, are you happy with the coverage? I presume you do if you do it. It varies so much, isn't it, everyone? Oh, that's slightly white ones. I'm gonna do some darker colors over here again. I think this one looks good. And this is, ooh. What just happened there? How come? Oh, dear, oh dear. No, I'm getting confused, am I? No, I'm okay. I'm okay. 898. 898. Still trying to get my head around. Saga. 898. A nice brown here. Travis asks, can you put a finished piece in a washing machine or would that rip the threads out? I probably wouldn't put it in a wash machine. And Suzanne says, Travis, I wouldn't suggest, it might be a bit harsh and can leave creases better to just use hot water and soak. Yeah, so Suzanne, would you do the same with stamp piece as well? Because that's what Travis is working on. The fabric, it's more almost like canvas. It's so quite hard, isn't it? From they look very stiff. So hot water. Yeah, I suppose hot water is a better idea. Hand wash. It's always safer. Because the stitches can get twisted, can't they? If you just put it in a wash machine. I wouldn't. So here we go. Five. Saga is counting for me, which is very nice. Ah, Kelly says, I started as a needle pointer back in the day. What is a needle pointer? As a needle point? Every stitch has to be neat. Yes, I've seen people literally, running through the 2 threads, every single stitch. I know it's important for some people. Luckily, it's not critical. I think it shows through a lot more if the 2 threads are twisted over each other with lighter colors, like cream, and particularly with DMC, slightly glossy. Yes, you can see that a little bit. But it's, the balance between having beautiful stitches versus going insane, which I'll probably be if I have to do that with every single stitch. Let me see, do I have it here? Laura says, stamp pieces usually need to soak. I leave mine for 30 minutes in warm water, warm soapy water. Yes, because the fabric looks very, very stiff and also a lot of ink to wash off, I think. I've never done stamp projects, but they look very stiff, the fabric, almost like canvas. Oh, down here. Beautiful. Nikki says, easy grit, people. Says to put it in the washing machine. I'm going to do it one day for my grand library. Yes, I think easy grid. I actually have seen people saying that they can't wash the gray lines, these borders, not these ones, but you know, those threaded ones completely. But I'm just thinking probably doesn't matter if it's a full coverage, then it's covered. It says on the tin, fully covered. That's what I think. If you have patience of a saint and you can count, you can do like Gemma Stitches, the lady of the channel. She threads her grits with a very thin, kind of a specialty threads. I don't know what that is. Slightly glossy, a little bit shiny. And she would do a whole piece, like for 14 count regular size Ada. Heaven and earth. That's a little bit too much work, I think. And also, if you count it incorrectly, like I would definitely do, then yeah, it would be just end in disaster. Boomerang. Let me take a sip of my tea. Missing in a stitch. Nice name. I've washed my full coverage in my washing machine and other similar finishes, and they're just fine. Okay, interesting. Any particular temperature? Meowling says, Susan, do you find that some colors look better compared to some? With 10 stitch on 20 counts, I find a 939, oh, very specific. 939 DMC seems very light. Oh, Laura says, actually wash mine once first. Oh, so you wash multiple times until the water is clear, is it? From the sound of it. Steve says, I'd be tempted to put it in the wash machine on gentle cycle, maybe stop it part way through. Yeah, because all you want to do is to maybe clean the fabric a little bit if you've been working on it for many years maybe, and also wash off whatever lines, if there are any. You're not trying to do a full laundry, do you? Wendy says 2/1 full cross on 25 counts. Washes up beautifully. On delicate cycle in washing machine. So you're referring to sort of pre-gridded those gray lines, I presume. Gentle is good. I think either hand wash or very gentle cycle. It just makes sense, doesn't it? Andrea. No, Andrea is one of those
One of those aliens that don't grid. Oh no, we have another one. You have to join the alien club. That's where people who don't grid or they do extreme sort of reckless cross-country stitching. Or if you stitch more than 1,000 a day, then you belong to the alien club. I think we may have found another one, new member for the club. I don't know how you stitch without gridding. A lot of advice from everyone. That's wonderful. Joy says, I think Gemma uses silky silver. Yes, one of those specialty ones. Not cotton for sure, yes. You cannot stitch through it, so you can easily pull it out. Yes, I think that's what she does at the end. I've seen a video of her actually pulling the thread. And that's fine, as long as you can grit, you actually grit correctly though, which I have no confidence that I'll be able to do that. That's the problem. Here we go. Next color. Boom. Let's see, what should I go for next? Maybe something a little bit darker here. Let me flip over here. These ones I've already got. Maybe the area over there. Let's do a little bit more purple. Why not? Here, 550. Suzanne says, I've gridded using the silky silver. I don't like it since my magnifying lamp makes it shiny too much and it shifts around too much. To be honest, you know, I like Gemma Stitch's, you know, way of stitching, but I'm slightly bothered by those lines. Even though you can't stab through it, it just feels like they shouldn't be on the fabric. It just kind of gets in the way of looking at the stitches, but it's just me. One, two, three. So one stitch there. Sarah VM. I grit and I don't grit, but lately I don't grit. Oh, extreme sport, extreme stitcher right here. I'd be totally lost without gritting. 3. I need to mark as I go. Susan has had enough. Take a break. Take a break. I hope your the bruises are getting better. Serena says, still not convinced of not gridding. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense because you could just go wrong. There's no, point of cross-referencing. You just have to rely on all the stitches you've done. They're all correct, which I have no confidence of ever. That's why if I have any plan of going, even remotely cross-country, I definitely grid or just get a pre-gridded fabric. Just makes it easier. Hey Dolly, hello my little kitty. Hey, what can I do for you, beautiful? There's Dolly here looking for attention during the stream as usual. Hello, babe. One, two, three here. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Serena says, I put my finished pic in your Facebook group, Yogi. No gridding, using Gemma's method on this whip. Oh, another Gemma's stitcher. Gemma's method stitcher. Not many of us out there. I do have one piece that I use the method, that I go back from time to time. Very nice. We might have a little look at Facebook in a bit. Thank you for posting. It's good to know there's another person following the method. Yeah, I think it's a method that requires not just patience, because I think we have the patience. Anybody who does full coverage probably have some patience. But it's more of not everybody's drawn to that kind of stitching. Or that way of stitching, rather. Here, 2. We have a few people in the chat that don't grid. Oh, extreme athletes. Let me have a look. Where am I? Joy says, I think if you're able to grid an entire piece, you can count well enough to stitch without gridding. Do you think? Then why are you gridding then? If you can count, but that's not quite the same thing, isn't it? Because when you're gridding, you're in a gridding mode. But when you're stitching, you're kind of moving around all over the place. I'm not convinced, Joyce. But all you have to do is miscounting one block. The rest is incorrect. And I have done that. And I only grid a small area at a time. I still managed to get it wrong. Instead of a 10, I counted 9. And I think particularly with small, higher fabric, higher stitch count fabrics, it's harder to tell if you have counted a block incorrectly because they all look small. Let me see. We have one more stitch on at the end here. I'm going to end the thread. Suzanne is doing min to max, which is minimum to maximum in 20 by 20. 20 by 20. So 4 blocks. But so much confetti, I wish I stuck my 10 to 10, 10 to 20. You can always switch back, can't you? You just, narrow the area. Oh, is that what's happening, Steve? That's gravity, is it? Because Suzanne was reporting the bruise is actually spreading rather than reducing in size. So it's blood flow, I guess. Hello, babe. Come over here. Oh, she wants to play now. She's inviting me to play with her. She's like playing with her toys, very subtle. Babe, we'll play later, okay? Mommy's busy. Saga says I have non-gridded for for my long dog samplers, but gridded my height and full coverage. I think samplers you can probably get away without gridding, and I probably would not because the fabric is going to show through. It's just more things you have to do to remove the lines. I think samplers are probably okay, but yeah, full coverage I definitely need gridded. For sure. Otherwise, I just get very scared. And no reference whatsoever. And talking about gridding, I'm going to just strengthen my lines here, make them a little bit clearer. Same here, Joyce. I grid as I go because I don't trust myself. If I grid the whole piece, I just know that I'm going to get at least one block incorrect. So gritty, the new fabric, 28 counts. I can't recall. It's a gridded fabric, right? You've got 28 counts because Gritty has switched from 25, which she ordered from Gecko Rouge, to 28 for her Colin Thompson piece, the same piece I'm working on 25 counts. And it's interesting, the Gecko Rouge, when you buy their kit, their made-to-order kits, the fabric, there's no non-grid option. They only supply gridded fabric, which is very interesting. I wonder why. Some people might not want the gridding. Here we go. Let me flip. Do my back flip. Oh, a little bit of red. Seems nice here. Why not? Let's see. Oh, let me drink some coffee then. I've got a cup of coffee here. I forgot. Gretty says, oh, let me have a look. Easy grit. It's nicer what yes, it's nicer when you can see where you where you're going. That really helps. Andrea, I'm a bit insane as I don't grit and use paper patterns. Oh my God. Wow, that's extreme sport for sure, Adria. She says, I have technique that seems to work and I get no grit lines. I don't get grit lines. I don't understand it. When people talk about, having that tension lines or grit lines, you're talking about the lines underneath. But even with pencils, these are probably semi-permanent. They do fade a little bit, but you can't see through it. So it doesn't matter. I don't mind. It's just easier to draw lines. Let's see. 304. 304. A lovely, lovely red. Very deep red. There. Suzanne says, I was very happy to find out about gridding when I started cross-stitching again after 30 years. But you know what? When I first started doing cross-stitching with cross-stitching kits, I didn't even understand those 10 by 10 blocks, in terms of what they do. I just know they're grits. And I think maybe, just maybe, in the very beginning, even though the patterns were quite simple, I didn't understand the 10 by 10 blocks. I didn't know they were there for references. I just thought, well, they're kind of just, I don't know what they were doing. So, yeah, I learned later on that you can use them for reference, and that was very handy. Right, 2 over here. I'm gonna start, let me see, 1, 2 from the right, 1, 2, 2 from above. Two, three, four. Uh, Oh, Sarah VM says, I also use paper patterns. Wow. So do you buy pre-printed? Do you order paper patterns as they are, or do you print by themselves? Because you know you probably need quite a lot of A4 papers, and also you can only do one page at a time, so you will probably change the way you work in some way, right? Because Pattern Keepers and most markup apps, you can pretty much forget about the boundaries, the definition of pages if you want to. And some people work page by page, but you can choose not to. But when you work with paper patterns, you literally have to work page by page. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3 here. I'm thinking whether I should take it over there. Why not? Let's do it. One block away. Oh, Sarah VM says, I don't have a tablet. Yes, I think mobile phone might be a bit small to work with patterns. And Marilyn says, for Saga, can you select the next color by clicking the symbol on the chart, or do you have to select it on the side panel? You can just interact directly on the chart. The only thing you need to be mindful when it comes to changing colors on Saga is you want to make sure this, if you look to the left where this toolbar is, the vertical toolbar is, where there's a lock symbol, I'm going to lock it right now. And then, I can switch color by selecting on, any symbol here. If I don't lock my chart and select any other symbol that's different, I can show it for you. You have to turn off this, you need to turn off this button at the top. If you look at it, you can turn it on, turn it off. You need to turn it on off in order to select on the different symbol. So you can see currently the current symbol is hashtag, right? And now I've locked my symbol and locked my chart. And if I select another one, the heart shape, for instance, it changes to heart shape. But then you have to, it's a little bit fiddly, I know, you have to get your head around. Then you're probably going, well, what happened here? I can't see the stitches. Because Pattern Keeper, when you select a symbol, everything's highlighted. Not with Saga. You have to flick this button on in order to see the new symbol. So this is, kind of what I've been trying to get my head around. And watch if I don't lock my chart and select a different symbol. So let's say I'm turning the highlighting off. I'm going to go for another symbol. Let's say this number 8 here, right? If I unlock my chart in the marking mode and select 8, see what happens. My intention is to select the symbol 8, but instead it marks it. So, this is why you have to, you can undo it, luckily. But this is why you have to, kind of bear in mind when you work with Saga. It's not intuitive, I have to say, but I can kind of see why they have to do it. In order to get around, I'm trying to see where I am. I'm here. I'm hashtag. Yes. So hope that helps. Sean82 says, just posted my alien wandering stitching. Well, let's have a look then, since, you know, quite a few of you have posted some alien pictures. Why don't we have a look together and take a break from stitching for 3 minutes? Let me set it up, okay? We are professionals here. So let me just go to my browser here and see if I can bring on my browser, our group, and we can have a look, see what these aliens are doing. Let me bring it over to our screen there. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm a bit scared. There are a bunch of aliens in our group here, you know. Just don't know what they're doing. We're not looking. Let's have a look. Here we go. Whoa, okay. Let me scroll down. Oh, so this is no gridding. Cian, is that what? What's your screen name here? No gridding. No kidding. Okay. Okay. So you park to the right, not park, and your threads to the right as well. And you don't park. Okay. So you're kind of easing away from the edges. Very interesting. So which one is the Gemma's method? Cian, is that this is not Sean83, isn't it? Let me just make sure I know. Oh, Cian is Sean. Okay, got you, got you. So this is Cian, Sean83, the alien piece here with alien butterfly. Very scary, very scary. You manage the entire piece, entire page at least. No gridding. So you work page by page. Got you, got you. It still looks like a butterfly. It doesn't look weird, which is nice. And I'm going down to see where the other one has been mentioned. So this is Brittany. So who said who was the person that worked with the Gemma's message? I forget your. Is it Adria? Adria. I can't remember, but I don't see a piece that looks like. The Brittany's got the back showing. Oh, Brittany is flashing her back side right here on Yogi live stream. That looks pretty neat, but you see, there are some floating stitches here, Brittany. Maybe you haven't worked through this area. Maybe it's still not covered. Let's look at the front page. Right. The front is pretty neat. You know, the back. Oh, I wouldn't be able to cope with the floating ones. But it's okay for Brittany. Or maybe there's still area. I can see some, you know, stitches that are not done yet. So maybe that will get stitched down. Let's have a look down here. Let's have a look. Where is the Gemma's method? I can't see it. Can you? Trying to look at the pictures. I can't see it. Let me know if you have posted it. Night, Gretty. See you later. Serena, which one is you? What's your Facebook name? I can't see it. Because Gemma's method would be very obvious. Hey, Jams has joined us. Serena, I cannot see your piece. I don't believe it's here. Did you post it? I haven't seen anything that looks like Gemma's method. If you know where it is, point me to it. We can have a look. Yes, the back side. Brittany's flashing, you know, the other side. Second picture with the envelopes. Let's have a look. Where is it? Second picture. Oh, this one. Ah, okay. I see. So you're working on a sweet shop. Is that part of the sweet shop? No gridding. And what count is this fabric? Is it that looks on the large side. Maybe it's just the picture. Let's have a look. Yes, it's that time of the night. Everybody's flashing the bits, you know? I'm not flashing my bits, all right? No expectations there. Just managing your expectations right there. Brittany's doing her thing. Yogi's keeping, you know, her bits to herself. Second picture. Go to comments. 25 counts. Okay, Mushroom Village picnic. All right, got you. Okay, so yes, the screen is just me right now. Got you. No gridding. Very brave. 25 counts, everyone. Some aliens. You can join the alien club with Cian, Sean. Thank you guys. Thank you for sharing. It's always interesting to see, you know, how people manage it. Because for me, not having gridding is just unthinkable. But for you, it's normal. Shocking. I know. Very nice. Very nice. Racy pacey. Let's have a look here. Quite a few stitches of this beautiful red. 1, 2, 3. Susan says, you do max colors, I don't grid. Well, I know, we'll have our thing going on there. Every stitch is different, isn't it? You know, some people don't park and can't park. And some people can't do 10 stitches. You know, everybody's got their own thing. 1, 2, 3. Hey, Marsha is here. Hello, hello, everyone. From Aussie. Yes, Marsha is from Australia. So what is the time over there? Quite civilized in the morning, but next day, isn't it? It's now Sunday morning in Marsha's land. It's incredible. Somebody's already on Sunday. And let me know what you're working on, Marsha, if you are, or you're just having a relaxing morning. Sunday morning. Oh. 1, 2. Oh, the cold coffee is good. Hit the spot. Hit the spot. And I'm going to be a little bit adventurous here. I'm going to move to this block on the right there. 2 from below. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. It's 8 o'clock Sunday morning. Lovely. I've got some remaining thread here. I'm just thinking whether I should take it up there. There are a few stitches there. It feels a little bit daring. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. And it's up here in this block. Why not? Why not? Let's go for it. 1. Here. I'm just hoping it's the right spot. 1, 2. Yes, I think it might be okay. It's a little bit scary when you're traveling a little bit further. First of all, with 10 stitches. And also, these, these are not pre-gridded. I gridded it myself. I'm just hoping it's correct. Ooh, I'm falling off the edge there. See, I'm not even gridded in this area. That's how far I've traveled. Very scary indeed. And maybe 2 more stitches. I'm going to end the thread. There. There you go. It's slowly taking shape with this method because it looks slightly chaotic. It's kind of everywhere, almost like you just, painting in a random location, but it all makes sense once you start to build up the stitches. It's really fun. Next, let me see which one I'm going to pick. Maybe. I can work a little bit around this purpley area. Let me see. Yes. 333. Oh. Another purple. Three, three, three. This one's blue. It looks more blue on the screen, but it's actually quite purpley. 333. Yes, that's correct. Here we go. Let's find a right spot. No frogging, hopefully. Hello, Cynthia. Hello, hello. Almost 6 p.m. here in US. The day is still young for your Saturday. And 2 down. There's 1 more over there on the right there. 1, 2, 3. Think down here, over there. 1, 2, 3. And 1 more. I'm going to end the thread here. Three. Hello, Brandy. Brandy says, I'm in Idaho visiting family. It's almost 4 p.m. here. Still nice and early then. Joy says, there's a hardcore festival going on about 5 miles from here. What? And you can hear it? 5 miles away? It's got to be really loud. 5 miles is like 2.5 kilometers. You can hear it. Jeez. That's worse than my neighbors last week. Oh dear. And Nikki says it's almost 3 p.m. in Arizona. Montreal, 6 p.m. So everybody's still kind of a daytime then, early supper time. And Suzanne, almost midnight here. Suzanne is 1 hour ahead of me. Andrea, almost 5 p.m. Texas. Cynthia says, hi Yogi and everyone else, dealing with a bad bout of poison ivy. What? Very distracting. What is that like then? Poison ivy here. Dear oh dear. I hope you're better. Whatever it's like. I don't know. This sounds uncomfortable. Understatement there. Wow. Itchy. Oh dear. Itchy is not good. Itchy is uncomfortable. Right, let's see. What color shall I go for next? Let's play the game of which color next? As it says on the tin. What about this one then? I can just pick that one. Not a blue. Might as well just work a little bit more on this blue area. Oh, red rash on the face, neck, and tummy. Oh, that's not good. So it's an allergy reaction. That's not pleasant, particularly if it's hot as well. Oh dear. There must be some sort of cold cream that you can put on to calm it down. 3838. It's a blue. It's right over here. The organizer is getting bigger and bigger by the day. Stitch Grove, welcome. Hey, it's almost 4 p.m. here, and I'll be stitching Aimee Stewart soon, and then enjoy some back stitching. Oh, back stitching, but can't reveal what just yet. It's a secret, is it? Oh, Stitch Grove is being very mysterious there. She says, hope everyone is having a great stitchy week. Stitchy week is good. Itchy week is not good. Oh, poor thing, Cynthia. So when you say poison ivy, is it caused by some sort of the plant? Because you're in contact with them. I'm not quite sure what it's an allergy to poison ivy, is it? I know nothing about plants. So guys, educate me. You know, in London we have some trees and some grass in the park and some weed. And I've got a patio, so I don't do any gardening. I eat plants, but I know nothing about plants. Oh, it's hot as well. That's not good. I love this blue area. I don't even know what it is, but I love it. It's beautiful colors. And here, it's so fast, isn't it? 10 stitches. To the point I'm kind of feeling a little bit guilty, even though the coverage is perfect. You probably can't tell unless you look very closely. Here, I've got a little bit of thread left. I might hop over and do the 2 stitches here. Oh, Cynthia, look after yourself. We'll have you back when you're less itchy. Oh, I see. Steve is educating us. He's got a lot of yard work, probably a lot of plant to deal with. I know nothing. All the green things in my house die very quickly. I just haven't got green finger. So I just stopped trying. 1, 2, 3, 4 from the bottom. Hang on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me end this with a boomerang. Travis, I was trying to figure out what is going on there. Travis says, I had an uncle use poison ivy as toilet paper once. What does it look like, poison ivy? Is it like a big leaf? How do you use it as toilet paper? Oh, all the mysteries of plants. Oh, my head, me head. Yes. Where's toilet paper? Oh, the mystery thickens. Here we go. We've got these two done. Let's get back here. Quite fancy finishing completing a bit more on the blue area. I think this one might be good. Here. 208. Travis says it was an accident. So what was the intention there? Was he just grab? He intended to grab the toilet rolls, but grab the poison ivy, whatever it is, instead. Oh dear. So it makes you itchy, does it? I see. Fake plants can't die, Yogi. Exactly, Travis. Fake plants is the way to go. But you know, when I used to work in big offices, like open plan offices, and they will have plants everywhere, like dotted everywhere to pretend that it's less artificial, right? And all the plants literally look identical. They all have like probably about waist high and green leaves. I don't know what they are, where they were. And they look literally, you know, all the plants look the same size and all the leaves look, you know, identical. And we were convinced they were all fake plants. And it turned out they were actually real, but they basically just make them look identical. The arrangements of the leaves, the sizes of the leaves, the height of the plants. It was so freaky. So wherever you go, you see a plant that's real, but it just looks, you know, look identical to everything else. How freaky is that? Offices are freaky. Why do they have to look uniform? They're plants, for God's sake. Let it go. It's okay. Things are not symmetrical or identical. We can cope with that, okay? That was very freaky. Yes, I'm a city girl, Steve. I get very excited when I see wild animals like a sheep or a cow. I just go and want to touch them because I want to make sure they're real. I'm just not sure. I remember going to, maybe it was Scotland. I'm pretty sure it was Scotland somewhere. Or maybe South of France. No, it was in the UK. Or Cotswolds. I can't remember. I saw those cows. They were black and white. They look like cartoon characters. You know, I saw cows were brown, the real cows, and those ones were black and white, you know, like panda. And I couldn't help it. I followed them, and I ended up in someone's private property. And the lady came out and go, by the way, you're in my house. But I was just so fascinated by those cows. I wanted to make sure they were actually real. They look like cartoon cows. So that's me. Hello, everyone. It's Yogi here. To mark it, I need to unlock it, okay? So I am here. And then I'm going to move down here. Travis is trying to explain the situation, his uncle's situation, regarding the toilet paper. Travis says he was out in the woods and had to go really bad. Too much details, Travis. Some might be having the supper at this time, and the poison ivy was the first plant he grabbed. So, okay, so he intended to grab some sort of plant. Why didn't he have toilet roll with him? I think that's a bigger mystery right here. Why would you go to the low without toilet rolls? Sorry guys, if you're having supper, you know, it happens. We don't know what we're talking about most of the time. We don't know what's coming. We didn't know poison ivy was going to make appearance in our chat. And also Travis' uncle, who unfortunately grabbed itchy plants as toilet rolls. And I hope he's still with us. If not, my condolences to Travis' uncle. Oh, life is so unpredictable. Kelly says Yogi's first attempt at cow tipping. Oh dear, you have no idea. I'm totally clueless. I have seen bicycles and cars, but you know, even squirrels in my area, you know, I've been living the current house for a while, but for some reason, one year, the squirrels just decided to come to my window and say hello. And then they invited their friends because I have some nuts, you know, pretty good quality organic nuts. And they thought, well, that's the squirrel lady over there. Let's go visit her. And since then, it's been maybe nearly 3 years now. They come to see me almost every day. They will knock on my window and I open the window, give them some nuts, and we're good friends. We're good friends. So if you can consider squirrels, city squirrels, as wild animals, then I'm pretty close to nature, okay? There may be no grass, but I have squirrels. Oh, Joy says over here there are a lot of black and white cows. Do they not look weird? They just don't look real? Because they, yeah, animals like that shouldn't be walking around. They should be in cartoons. Andrea says, I have to be careful of wild hogs, wow, and deer on my way to work. Do they kill on buses and underground? She says, I drive an hour to work in a rural area in Texas. Wow, that sounds so unreal. Wild hogs and deer. Whoa. Yes, they have to commute to work, I guess. Here we go, next one. This is a beautiful area. I don't know what's happening here, but I'm happy with it. Only 3 stitches and few loose ones. Interesting. I am going to change the color of my border here to a different color. I can change it whenever I want to make it more obvious. Pink is nice. Because I'm in a blue area, so I can barely see the outline there. 3, 8, 1, 10. Not 110, 3, 8, 1, 0. Oh, seriously. Brandy says, living in rural Oregon. I'm surrounded by raccoons. Oh, they're cute, aren't they? Deer, squirrels, and cows, as well as orchids and wineries. Oh, that sounds lovely. You're painting a lovely picture. We have to be careful of any kind of critters. Wow. But it sounds lovely. I love squirrels. They're so cute. And they, when I give them nuts, and they will grab the nuts in my hands, and also hold my hands for briefly. They have very cold hands. I don't know whether it's normal or my, yeah, I can feel their little paws. They're so cute. And they're fearless. They get to know me. They know I'm the nut lady. They come to see me every day. Oh my God. Adria. Raccoon. But I've seen people having raccoons as pets. Is this supposed to happen? Because on Instagram, people keeping like all sort of weird pets. They shouldn't be encouraged. I've seen kangaroos in people's living room. That is such a weird sight. That shouldn't happen. From here over there. 1 block, 2 blocks, and here. Laura says, I'm New Jersey, and even though it's really populated, I still have raccoons and possums. They're cute as well. I only learned of what they were from Instagram, obviously. That's where you learn your knowledge of nature. On my porch, my goodness. My husband says I can't have one. Very sensible. They're cute though. They're really cute. Travis says, my mom, I'm slightly nervous reading Travis's messages now, comments now, without reading it first. I don't know what's coming. Toilet rolls have entered the chat. Travis says, my mom has about 20 squirrels, Blu-rays. What's Blu-rays? Robins, starlings, chipmunks? And I thought they're cartoon characters, and mole or two who come to see her for peanuts. Oh, magic nuts. Yes, when you have food. It's very easy to make friends of all sorts. We have foxes here as well. But they're not very close to people. They shouldn't be anyway. That's not normal. 2, 3, 4. But it's kind of weird for somewhere so urban, like London, to have foxes kind of just wandering around. There's one more stitch over there underneath. Brandy says, when I was a little girl, my grandparents and I saw a squirrel got hit by a car. No, it died. We scooped it into a box and held a funeral for it. It was my birthday. Oh my God, Brandy, what a story. And it was your birthday as well. My goodness. Oh dear. Roadkills. Not good. Steve says, we have nothing but grey squirrels here. That's what we've got here. Just the normal pedestrian grey squirrels. They're so cute though. And he says, I was amazed when I went to Ohio. They had nothing but black squirrels. Black ones. I've never seen black ones. I've seen red ones on the pictures. They're really cute as well. They've got a little quiff on their head. I've never seen black ones. That's almost like a rat, isn't it? Looking. Laura says, I've seen black squirrels here too. A lot of cardinals. Oh my goodness. Oh, everybody have seen black squirrels. I've never seen it. I didn't even know that there were black ones. The red ones are really cute. But a Grand Canyon as well, out of all places. Whoa. Sounds very interesting. Are they cute though, the black ones? Sounds a little bit scary. Nah. Kind of wandering all over the place on the fabric. They're falling off the screen. Joy says the festive up ahead is a safari park. Oh my God, safari park. That's how we treat wild animals, keep them captive and torture them with loud music several times a year. Really? They're really close to the wild animals. That's not good. They probably move to a different country. Yes. Zoo, you know, traditional zoo, open zoos, wild zoos, maybe it's a different deal, but you know, even now, 2025, we still have zoos that keep animals in cages and people go and just look at them. It's quite bizarre. Why do we do that? Just leave them alone. Leave them alone. We can just look at pictures, you know, watch videos. And, oh, Steve says black squirrels are way cuter. Little tops on their ears. Wow. That sounds amazing. Squirrels are so cute. Yes, Susan agrees. Very cute. Andrea says, I used to have a house chicken. She was severely injured. Let me have a look. Whose birthday had... oh, that's Brandy. I thought it's all happening to Andrea. It's like injured chicken, you know, dead squirrels. No, it was Brandy. I'm glad I got the clarification. And so Andrea says, I used to have a house chicken. She was severely injured. So I took her in and she had a chicken diapers and a little walker. What? Little walker I made. How does a chicken use a walker? Oh, the mystery deepens. She eventually died of old age. So the chicken was young when you got her injured, and you heal the chicken to health, and gave her a walker, and and a nappy as well, a diaper. I'm a really visual person, so you can imagine what I'm looking at in my mind. Oh, that's a beautiful story, Andrea. Oh, rest in peace, little chicken. All the animal stories are coming out. Kelly says we have wild horses on the farm in Hawaii. So beautiful. Wild horses. Do they have like long hair in the back? I mean, long hair in the back on human is not good, but on the horses, I can imagine that's quite attractive. Oh, I've seen some hairy backs. Okay, that's a different story altogether. Travis says blue jays are a kind of bird. Okay, that's a beautiful name though. They're blue and white in color. Oh, they're blue and white in color. That sounds pretty. That sounds very pretty. Bluebirds are beautiful. Steve says, keep in mind if they weren't for zoos, there would be even more animals extinct, especially from poaching. Well, how about just not doing any of that at all? Just leave them alone. You know, find some other ways to make a living, grow vegetables or something. I don't know. Heal injured chickens. Well, I don't know, Travis. There's quite a lot of pretty birds sometimes I see outside the window, but I have no clue what they are. I wish there was like an app that I can just take a picture of a bird. You know, like some apps you can take pictures of a plant so you can tell what they are and know how to treat those plants. I wish there was like some sort of app that I can just take photos of those birds. There's some really pretty ones, but I have no idea what they are as usual. I know pigeons. We have pigeons. Pigeons are easy to tell. And oh, Maria Tempest, she says, hello, good afternoon. Oh, it's afternoon over there. Good afternoon, Yogi, from England, UK. What? It's not the afternoon, Maria. Oh, have you checked the window? Look out the window and check the clock. If not, you know, you need to reset. This is nearly midnight, darling. From England, UK. Or maybe you're in a different country right now. I'm just kidding. I'm sure your iPhone is working. Kelly says yes, but it's all tangled. Oh, referring to the bird, the chicken. Can't groove them, but they would take carrot from humans. What are we talking about? I've lost track of the wild story. Oh, the horses, the horses. Okay, the long hair in the back. Not men, but horses with long hair in the back, all tangled. Can't groove them, but they would take carrot from humans. Oh, is that what they eat? How sweet. Carrots. Yes, of course, horses eat plants, don't they? And Susan says robins are great. Red breast. Oh, aren't they stunning? I bet. Joy says you can use Google Pictures, search for that. Search for what? Search for hairy back horses. Joyce, what are we talking about here? There's some hairy back creatures amongst us, I'm pretty sure. But, you know, I'm not sure if I want to see the Google Pictures of creatures with hairy back. Let me just stop right there. It's not their fault having hairy back. It's Saturday, so, you know. Here we go. Let's see. Next color. Full of birds. Oh, thank God, Joyce. You have to make it very clear for me, otherwise I just get lost in my thoughts. Yes, for birds. Yeah, but there's so many different ones. There's some, yeah, I can Google, but it's hard to find the precise description. You know, sometimes I take a guess. There's some really pretty black and white ones. Like, you know, I've got this thing about black and white animals. You know, my Dolly is a tuxedo cat. So, you know, I have soft spots for black and white animals. Joyce, you have spoken for a wish for something you already have. I don't even know what you're talking about, Joyce. Just Steve, stop it. Remember what happened when you posted the last photo? You had to take it off, okay? Oh my god. Well, but what I saw with your photo, oh my god, let me compose myself. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, Tracy Dumas is here, changing the subject quickly. Well, but from what I gathered from your photo, the last photo on the Facebook group, I don't believe there's any hair activity at the back of Steve. I can't be sure. It's just a guess, wild guess. Ah, dear. Oh, magpies, maybe, Susan, black and white, and they're like probably palm size, maybe a little bit longer with the tail. Yes, that could be magpies. We do have them here. Sometimes they was, come to my on top of my trees, just outside my window here, and I see them. They're beautiful, and occasionally you see some really exotic looking birds. I'm always surprised because it's such an urban area. Why would birds want to come here? Maybe it's polluted, Why don't they go somewhere nicer? Oh, Joy says, no, you can actually press on the picture, click share. Oh, so if I can take a clear picture with my phone and press, yes, I actually have done that. I have tried to search a pair of trainers I love and have found it. I forgot about that feature. Maybe, yes. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You're quite right. Oh, Joyce has come to rescue with the technology. Yes. If you take a photo with a smartphone, I think it works on iPhone. I don't know about others. But you can keep pressing and it will try to search on the internet. It's a bit freaky because they will pull up like someone else's holiday photos or something like that. Oh my god. I'm trying to erase Steve's comment out of my mind. I'll try again. 934. 934. 934. Okay, it's a green. Why not? Sounds very nice. Michelle Fuller says, my husband came in the room and said, what in the world are you listening to? And I said, my stitching group on YouTube, squirrels. Oh, so you haven't got to the hair, the back bit. Just wait till you get there. Good luck. Oh my goodness. I'm in stitches while I'm stitching. There you go. Yes, you never know what's going to come into the chat. We have all sorts. Oh, of course, Steve. Of course, Steve. Steve is saying I was talking about my project back, Yogi. Of course. Of course you are, Steve. Oh, deep breath, deep breath. Ujjayi breath, ujjayi breath. Grace says, I just want to say that I'm a quiet stitcher, but I'm totally enjoying laughing while stitching. I know, I know. Oh, the chat is unpredictable, particularly on Saturdays. one over here. Ooh, have I stitched? Yes, I'm good. I'm good. I think it's one down here. Susan, don't encourage him. Susan says we need to see Steve Yogi before he takes it down. I think it's probably already down. He's so quick. I know, I know. Oh dear. So this one might be the one around. Oh, there's a little bit more. Maybe I can take it upwards. I've got some bit left. Oops. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. Oh, no bucket, please. No bucket. Yes, I'm sure it's already down, Susan. It's too late. Michelle says, I might need to start wearing headphones. Very good idea. Very good idea. I know. I know. Yeah, we have injured chicken. I'll say no more. And over here, one stitch. Right. And let me end this one over here. I think that's the last one in this area. Nice 3 4. Nice 3 4 going back. Right. Let me have a look. I think I'm gonna go for a couple more colors and see what's happening today. It's taking shape, isn't it? This I can flip it over to show you where I am right now. So I'm on top of this candy, it looks like a metal biscuit jar, just on top there. So a lot of yellow waiting for me, cream color waiting for me. And slightly over there, I'm trying to figure out what the blue thing is. Why is that blue thing then? I have no idea. It looks like, oh, it's like a flat, one of these triangular shapes. It's hard to tell. Nikki says, Steve, you're making Yogi blush. Not quite blushing, but it's just in stitches. I'm just having visuals, you see. I'm a very visual person. So whatever you say, I start to build pictures in my head before. I don't need to see pictures. I've already seen it in my mind. Let's have a look. What would be good to do? I think I can go for a little bit more red. I quite fancy that. Why not? There's a lot going on here. Right here. Beautiful. And nice and straightforward as well. It just rolls and rolls of this color. And let me change it to a little bit sober color here. So I can see. Three eight, 3 1, 3 8, 3 1. And it's really pretty red here. Let's see. So this one might be my last victim here. As we're approaching 12 o'clock in London. And once I've done this whole bunch of stitches, I'll let you guess where I am today. So today is a little bit tricky because I've transferred the chart over, meaning that there'll be some marking and unmarking going on there. But I think overall, it probably evens out, you know, because some parts is unstitched that I marked and vice versa. So the stitch count should somehow even themselves out. It will be alright. It's a general guess. And I'd like to see who will be the winner today on this beautiful Saturday. Let me mark as I go. So Nikki, you know the piece you're working on is a Grand Library, is it? What count are you working on? Is it 25? Or is it one of those tiny stitches? One, two, three, 4, 2 down. It's 1 up. 1, 2. There. 2. 2 from the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Joyce, night Joyce. Yes. Oh, have a lovely sleep, Joyce. Night and sweet dreams. Sweet dreams with black squirrels. And I'll see you very soon. Yes, Joyce is giving me trophies, even if I only did 3 stitches. How generous. Hey, Janelle. Janelle says, good morning. We had an earthquake in Australia yesterday, 5.6. I was outside feeding the birds when it happened. Oh, it's 5.6. It sounds quite strong, though. Oh, dear. No, no earthquake, please. And I hope everything's okay. Oh, I didn't know Australia have earthquake as well. You've got all sorts, don't you? Wildfire and earthquake and what else? Very exciting, very exciting. I hope you're okay. And Susan says, Yogi, I saw the wedding shop. Oh, yes. She says, I saw a wedding shop, which is the a cross-stitching kit I'm working on, 14 counts. She says, I think it's one of your 14 counts from Max Stitches. Yes, but it's not available, is it? Or have they resumed? Because the last time I checked, all those kits were, yes, all good home, but I don't know what they are. Oh, it's all good at home. Good, 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 good. That's good. That's what we like to know because it sounds very scary. Very scary indeed. I think earthquake is one of those natural disasters that you just have no time to even run sometimes. You know, all the other ones you can probably do something about it. But earthquake is no fun. No fun at all. Yes, those kits are still listed, at least in the UK Amazon, because I looked them up before, all these 4 different cross-stitching kits from the same company. They're kind of still there, being listed, but you just can't buy them. And I don't know what the deal is. It would be great if that has changed because a lot of people, particularly the craft room, everybody was asking about. And it must be frustrating for someone to stitch a pattern that you can't buy, you know? Because when people look at it, they like it, they want to be able to stitch it, and they can't. It's rubbish. Oh, Susan says, I think it was available. I'll just go and check. So it's on the UK Amazon or is it somewhere else? I hope they resume those kits because they're really well charted and the threads are lovely to stitch. So I can't see why they would not continue. And this one here. Yes, Miaolin says, I found the Max Stitches on a website. Yes, but the website is kind of weird, isn't it? Can you buy anything from them? I'm trying to recall because the craft room, it was during COVID. I may have bought directly from the website. Oh, it's all coming back now because I've got 4 14 count kits, cross-stitching kits from them and I love them all. And I think the first 3 I may have bought from Amazon UK. But I think the craft room one, you know, the one with a little cat, that one, I'm trying to think. I think I might have found their website at some point because it rings a bell, and I might have bought directly from them. I remember it took them ages to ship it to me because of the COVID situation. So yes, I really, oh, Marsha says I've seen wedding shop last night on AliExpress. Really? Do they ship everywhere, like worldwide? Because, you know, I when people ask, I love to give them that link to go there because, you know, people want those patterns. Susan says, I think it was available. I just go and check. Oh, really, Susan? 32. So it's available. Is it a UK Amazon? Fantastic. Oh, at least people from the UK can buy them. So they have resumed because last time I remember when I checked, it says currently unavailable, which means the other ones might be available as well. That's good news. But I wonder if they ship worldwide. And Marilyn says, yeah, you can buy from them. Ha, that's good. AliExpress, I've never bought anything from them. So it's probably the type of place that was, you know, stock kits like this. That's good news. Because I've got 4. One is craft shop, wedding shop, stationery. What's the other one? Craft room. I've already mentioned. There are 4 of them anyway. Oh yeah, another one is, what is it? Can't remember, but they were really lovely, and they're so generous with the floss they give you, and they're lovely to stitch. But they're paper patterns though. That's the only thing. That's the only thing. So that's why I scan them and import them into Markup RXP. So it's still doable digitally, but it's paper pattern. But they're gorgeous. So who cares, right? Oh, guys, everyone, that's my last stitches around here. Beautiful pink stitches. And let's see what's going on today. Let's move the little fox away here. So this is where I am with the piece right now. So today I spend most of my time work a little bit around this lower part. I haven't touched the tassels. I'm going to give them a little rest and then go back to fill it up. But I work a little bit of the purpley area, and this bit is so pretty, isn't it? There's red stripes and a little bit of this mysterious blue, a little flag here, and a little bit on the side as well. So I wander a little bit further and a little bit of traveling there. So now it's your turn. I have suffered for my art, and now it's your turn. And it's time for you to play Guess My Stitches with Yogi. Go! So this one will be quite tricky because it's everywhere. And you know, this method I've been stitching recently really is just to make it harder for you to guess. Because if I did block by block, you just take a guess, you know, 2 blocks, 200, whatever. This is unpredictable. So go for it. Let's see who is the winner today. So Steve has come in with 266, very specific. Kelly M 333, Grace 275, Suzanne 245, Susan Chamberlain. I've got my eye on a ginger cat and flowers from them. Oh, that's a different comment. Good. Oh, that's another kid you want, is it? Go for it. And Marilyn says 258. Everybody's around sort of 2 something mid-range, 250 range. Tracy 261. Rose 278. Nikki 350. Oh, thank you for your confidence. You might be totally wrong. There you go. And Susan Chamberlain 256. And Carla Rebello 242. Andrea 2A1. Guys, the cutoff point maybe from here until I bring up the screen here. Now let's have a look. Who will be the winner tonight? Drum rolls. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, my goodness. Oh, it's slightly higher than I thought. Not bad, eh? Look to the right where I have my counter here. Guys, most of you, majority of you have underestimated me, okay? It's grand total of 3, 6, 2, somewhere there. As I said, I marked and unmarked some stitches. I think it balances out. 360, how's that? 360, who is the winner today? All the ones about 300. So, oh, Nikki might be very close actually. Is Nikki the winner? Yes, I think she is. I think she is. So, if I have read my numbers correctly, which I rarely do, the winner is our Nikki. Yay! Round of applause for Nikki. Yes, medals and pizza. Just throw those yummy foods at her. She doesn't care. And just, feed her some food. She's doing like extreme cross stitching all the time. She needs energy. And I'll give her a slice of, whatever, cakes. Go for it, guys. And great job, Nikki. I thought she totally went, all the way up. She's being, a little bit, she's gone rogue with the numbers. Turned out she was right. Yeah, buffet for everyone. Saturday feast for us. Don't eat the trophies. It's not really edible. And the rest you can. Thank you, everyone. It was so much fun. As usual, on our SAL days and every day, to be honest, every day is a new day. Never know what's coming to the chat. We never know what who's visiting the chat. Every day is a new day. So thank you, everyone. And for most of you, the day is still young. So enjoy the rest of the day. For us, it's let's see, 3 minutes to midnight in sleepy London town here. So, as a good girl, and I am going to head to have a cup of tea first and go to bed. I am very happy with this piece right now, and I can't wait to get back and stitch with you again. Maybe tomorrow, who knows? I'm being mysterious. So, everyone, Yogi signing out. And thank you for your company. I hope you enjoy the session too. So, nighty-night, everyone. Night-night. Have a lovely the rest of the day. And if you're around where I am, the same time zone, then night-night, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And good night. Night-night, everyone. Nighty-night. Night-night, Susan. You're even later than me. See you on the next live stream.